A very good morning and welcome to the Fixed Wing Guy channel with me, Stuart Lomas. It's quite a nice day in Manchester today. Blue sky, little white fluffy clouds, so hopefully we're not going to have any of our characteristic rain that we have here in Manchester. Still paying the price for helping out, but hey ho, that's life. Whilst being unable to sleep last night, I watched a few videos and I saw one by Archie, God bless his cotton socks, talking about how he respects watch collectors following the review that he did for the very rich collector who had, I don't know, I would anticipate somewhere between 15 and 20 different watches in his collection, a large selection of Rolexes, a couple of Pateks and so on and so forth, which obviously ticked every single box that Archie has by way of judging somebody's watch collection. And then he follows that up yesterday by making a video saying that he has great respect for the people, normal people, as he classes it, lower middle class people who work hard and save for putting a collection together. I'm sorry, Archie, but it's complete and utter nonsense. You either don't realise that you go back on previous opinions, or you're kind of now making content just for the sake of making content, or you're making content to promote comment such as this. Well, if you're making content to promote comment, then you've succeeded, because that's kind of what I'm doing here. My view of you watching yourself, Arch, and you are very entertaining, is that you have no respect for somebody who has a collection of watches that don't reach your very high standards. And if somebody's collection doesn't include at least an Omega Seamaster, or a Man on the Moon, or a Rolex Submariner, or a Jaeger LeCoultre, or a Patek, then anything else generally is dog shit. Now, some of the collections that you have reviewed for people and that you've torn to shreds may well be the lifeblood of somebody's efforts. Once that somebody has taken heed of all the advice that is out there from people such as me, who ensure that their mortgage is paid or their rent is paid, that food is on the table, that their children have shoes to wear, and of course that their other half is happy. So when all that is dealt with, they then put aside money to save for a particular watch that flicks their switch. And they put money aside over a good few weeks and decided to buy something to put together a very modest collection of watches. And they are satisfied with that, because regardless whether the watch costs them £30, $30, £100 or $100, or £500, $500, if that watch is what they can comfortably afford, then they have reached their not only economic level but their aspirational level at that point in their lives. And then of course they then decide, being a fan of your channel, to send you a donation and ask you to do a review of their collection, where inevitably you will tear into it saying that it's dog shit. So once that word comes out of your mouth, and the obvious distaste that appears on your face for such a collection, where's the respect in that, Arch? The respect should not be potentially for the quality of the collection. The respect should be that that collection has been made by good, honest labour when all other needs in life have been satisfied. Where I think you're confusing the word respect with where I use the word respect is that if somebody has a collection of what you consider to be worthy pieces, so at least an Omega, anything below that is not worth having, and then anywhere above that, and of course any watch in any form of precious metal of course deserves your respect. But from my point of view, if you have somebody who is at the start of life, who may be in mid-20s, he's carving out a relationship, he's carving out a career, maybe he has a young child, and yet, as we all know, it is very, very hard to deny this itch that we have as watch enthusiasts to not buy a new timepiece when that itch presents itself. And it may well be that that person has to save for 6, 8 weeks, 12 weeks to have enough money put aside to buy a watch which you then rip down out of that person's collection. And it is those kind of people who deserve our respect, not the people who have more money than sense, like the guy that you did the review for the other day. That, and I think in your words you said it wasn't so much a watch collection as it was a watch store. And you did one, I can't remember the guy's name, but he was an entrepreneur in Holland, I think, and one of his things was that he ran a couple of brothels. I think his name was Matisse, if I remember rightly. And you ripped into him standing on your moral high ground about running brothels and gaining income from that. Well, I'm afraid, Arch, that in Holland it is a bona fide business, and if you can make money from that and operate within the law and ensure that the girls that work for him have a safe, clean environment, then it is a worthy job. So I feel that your form of respect and my form of respect are two different things. For me, it's not about the shiny thing that somebody has got on their wrist that they've spent tens of thousands of pounds or dollars on. It is the shiny thing that they've got on their wrist that they've worked for, saved for, and with no jeopardy to any other part of their life is being proudly displayed either on their wrist or in their watch box. That is where my respect goes. So that's my little rant, I suppose, regarding Archie's respect video. If you have any comments on this, I would love to hear from you, because I find it difficult to believe that I am on my own here. But as I always say, by all means, drop your comments down below. Any questions, any ideas that you might want me to do a video on, down below. Other than that, that's it for this one. I may do another one later today. And for now, thank you very much indeed for watching. Bye bye.